We're here to address the plastic waste problem. So did you know that since the 1950s, only 9% of recyclable material, especially plastic, has been recycled? But we could ask, like, why is this? So does anyone want to guess why?
It's not valuable.
Okay.
It's not valuable to melt it down and make it plastic. It's more cost effective to break.
Yeah, so kind of similar to that. Like we actually found that it's mainly due to people. It's because like people either don't have the right knowledge to throw it in the right bins, or they're simply too lazy. Like for example, let's picture someone who's in a hurry. He has like plastic, forks, materials, and some food in his hands, and he has to dispose it, right? So if he's in a hurry, like he's not gonna stop at the bin and check like which material has to go in which bin. That's just gonna take too long. So and this is gonna lead to like plastic ending up in wrong places and cause environmental harm in oceans. So essentially, our solution is Envirobin, which is saving the environment one bin at a time. So what is Envirobin? Envirobin is a smart disposal bin, which essentially automates the process of garbage disposal. So I'll go over how it works. So essentially, so let's go back to the example I explained earlier. So if someone has like a bunch of garbage in his hands, he'll put it in the opening, and then here we'll have a camera, and we'll use computer vision technology to detect and categorize which materials go in which bins. And then here we'll have a robotic arm which places the materials in the right bin. So as I mentioned, this really automates the initial disposal process, which is arguably the most important part of the disposal.
So when developing the idea for Envirobin, we had to outline a series of goals and questions that we needed to answer to ensure our product and our solution was as effective as possible. After everything we discussed, we were able to boil down our goal to one statement. We needed to ensure the ease of access for the recycling program to prevent more plastic from entering oceans and landfills.
And as mentioned before, we were trying to figure out why people just don't recycle. So usually it's just because of our hustle and bustle kind of work ethics in our current generations. And people just don't have the time to sit down and consider, oh, this plastic looking paper container thing, does it go to recycling, trash, or even compost? So by thinking about why we don't recycle, we have chosen Envirobin to be the product that could somehow just be a staple in our lives, so we don't have to take that time out of our hands.
So when we were considering the various options in our design process, there were two key perspectives that we had to analyze. Firstly, with the plastic problem in the oceans, we had to consider whether we wanted to take a reactive approach or a proactive approach. What does this mean? We could take a reactive approach to the problem that already exists, and we could work to eliminate the plastic that's in the oceans. Given our position in society and our lack of capital, we didn't have the ability to do that. So we decided to take a proactive approach. We stopped the problem in its tracks before it can develop and worsen in the future.
Okay, so now the way we're going to do this is how we implement the solution and ensure that the environments are working, and the ways that we're going to distribute this. So firstly, the target audience. So as I mentioned earlier, often people are careless and don't have time to sort it in the proper bin. So this would be for people who have a hustle and bustle lifestyle, who are often in a hurry and don't have time. Also the channel. The channel, we decided to look at two different perspectives to determine the most effective way to deliver our product. In the end, we decided to deliver our product in public spaces such as urban areas and parks in order to reach as many people as possible while also being cost effective, since these bins wouldn't involve a substantial capital investment and wouldn't be feasible for people to install in their individual homes due to the large amount of money. So now how do we know if it's working? So communication is key. So we're essentially making the lives of the people in the waste management sector much easier and more productive. So since they will not have to individually check and sort through each piece of garbage, and our product will eliminate this. However, we will still maintain regular communication with these individuals and encourage them to reach out to us through our various emails and phone calls, so that we can update the bins with the new technology and new types of plastic, so that we can make the product to detect even more types of plastic and more successful.
Okay, due to time constraints, we're going to cut ourselves off. Thank you guys for listening, and we hope that you join us on our journey.
the software. So the software would be developed in-house since we have the expertise, and also obviously a camera for the computer vision system to actually work, as well as like the robotic arm, which again will be made out of just plastic materials.
Most material recovery facilities, the major hurdle to them is contamination, food contamination. How do you plan to deal with that?
Now we're hoping that the system that we're developing, of course this is a prototype, so we don't have everything sorted out in its initial stages, but as we work to develop the mechanism, we're hoping that as it separates it, we'll be able to separate as much as possible from it, and then to assist the further separation of it. So this isn't the be-all and end-all of separation between food, trash, and recycling, because there are still development facilities and treatment facilities to further that process. This is just the initial stages to ensure that reliability.
And to add to that, it's kind of like that's what we were wanting to target, because we know that, say, if there is a piece of compost in a recycling bin, that whole bin is unfortunately put into, say, like the trash. So that's something that we would like to educate people more on about also.
I'm concerned a little bit about how it sorts it using just vision, because it's really confusing even as a human, where you have a lot more information to separate plastics that can be recycled, number 7s, and other types of plastics that are, say, corn-based. So how would you tackle that issue?
Okay, so the great thing about computers is they learn, and they learn fast. Using AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, we can run thousands and millions of examples to show them every single type of packaging that's used. We can tell them specifically what we want in what bin, and if we keep training them, we'll further develop that understanding, so they don't need the human judgment. They'll be able to just based on an algorithm.
Yeah, and to add on to that, as I was talking previously about maintaining communication with people who are furthering the process in the waste management sector and making sure that that we're doing our job properly, like they can let us know if they have any problems or if they notice any issues with the separation, so that we can put this into the system and make and update our machines, our bins, because at the end of the day, they are a piece of technology that is storing this. So technology is evolving, and they can give us individual examples of certain types of plastics or materials that have been stored wrongly, and we can make sure that in the future these will not happen again.
All right, thank you.